The chance to gaze into the world of the geisha was once only possible for Japan's elite. After all, learning the subtle craft takes years of careful, detailed study that in the end transforms a woman into a work of art. The more privileged clientele willing to pay for her time, the greater a geisha status. And for centuries, that's the way it was, with customers having to come to traditional tea houses in neighborhoods like this one in Kyoto. But tough financial times in Japan have reached the doorstep of this once secretive society. And so some are having to look further afield for business. On a rooftop beer garden of a hotel, tourists can now dine in the company of a maiko, a geisha in her first years of training. And where patrons once paid thousands, here the cost including dinner is just $40.
I never knew this place had a real-life geisha. When I saw her, my heart beat so quickly. This opportunity is really rare. The beer tastes even better now.
The popularity has convinced more than a dozen beer gardens in Kyoto to hire the Japanese hostesses. But the more conservative ranks say mingling with the masses is no place for women of such pedigree. 17-year-old CHIKAYOSHI, who spends her days learning the ancient art and nights in the beer garden, says it's a matter of survival. From a peak of 80,000 geishas in the early 1900s, today the ranks number less than 1,000.
Keeping tradition is very important, but we used to be too out of reach for the common person. We should be more approachable.
Beer garden owners see themselves as helping to revive interest in a fast disappearing part of Japanese life.
These days, there are far fewer wealthy men of the past generation, which means many tea houses are going bankrupt. This is a beginner's step for new customers, giving them their first peek into a different culture.
A different culture that after so many centuries is no longer hidden from the outside world. Steve Chao, Al Jazeera, Kyoto, Japan.